Estadio Azteca, 80,000 voices, rain in the air, and on the pitch, one man is about to remind the world why Colombia missed him so badly 4 years ago. Luis Diaz scores, Luis Diaz assists, and Colombia, they're back at the World Cup. If you thought Colombia's return to the biggest stage on earth would be quiet, think again, because what happened at the Azteca on Wednesday night was pure World Cup magic. Stick around, because this story has goals, drama, a scary collision, and a debutant nation that refused to go down without a fight. Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, this is your home for World Cup 2026 news, drama, and storytelling. So smash that subscribe button, because this tournament is just getting started, and we are not missing a single moment of it. Today, we're talking about one of the most emotional comebacks in football. Colombia, the nation that broke millions of hearts back home when they failed to qualify for the last World Cup, are finally back where they belong. And they didn't just turn up, they turned up with style, with class, and with their biggest superstar leading the charge. Group K kicked off at the historic Estadio Azteca, and Colombia faced a side nobody really knew how to read, Uzbekistan, first-time World Cup qualifiers, coached by a World Cup winning legend, hungry, organized, and absolutely not there to be anyone's pushover. So how did this one unfold? Let's break it down. Colombia, fresh off finishing as Copa America runners-up, walked into this tournament with expectation on their shoulders. And early on, you could feel that pressure. John Arias and James Rodriguez both tested the waters in the opening stages, looking for that early statement goal. But here's the thing about Uzbekistan. Under Italian World Cup winner Fabio Cannavaro, they did not come to Mexico City to simply admire the occasion. They sat deep. They stayed compact. They were disciplined, patient, and waiting. Waiting for any small mistake from Colombia to punish on the counter. And it nearly worked. Bekruz Karimov burst forward with real purpose, looking to break the deadlock the other way, only for John Lukumi to step in at exactly the right moment and snuff out the danger. That's the kind of moment that can change a match completely. And Colombia knew it. Then came the Luis Diaz moment everyone was waiting for. He drove at the Uzbekistan defense, beat his man, and rattled the post, so close to the dream's start. But football has a habit of making you wait, and what happened next was far scarier than a missed chance. As Diaz knocked the ball past Abdulkadir Kusanov, the defender slid in to challenge, and the contact didn't just take out Diaz, it sent a pitch-side cameraman down too, with the camera operator needing medical treatment. A genuinely tense moment, the kind that silences a stadium of 80,000 people for a few seconds while everyone holds their breath. Thankfully, the game continued, and in the 40th minute, the breakthrough finally came, and it had Luis Diaz's fingerprints all over it. Watch this passage of play, and you'll understand exactly why Diaz is so dangerous. Colombia's attack breaks down. Most wingers would jog back, frustrated, switch off for a second. Not Diaz. He gathers the loose ball, lifts his head, and clips an absolutely perfect pass into the path of Daniel Munoz. Munoz doesn't need a second invitation. One touch, composed finish, and it's 1-0 Colombia. His third international goal, and arguably his most important one yet, on the biggest stage of all. That goal changed the entire atmosphere inside the Azteca. With so many Colombian fans inside the stadium, their yellow shirts practically turned the ground into a home fixture. Vamos Colombia echoed around the Azteca, a chant adapted straight from the Club America faithful, now belonging to a different yellow army entirely. But here's what makes this story so good. Uzbekistan did not fold. Their small but proud group of traveling supporters answered every Colombian chant with their own drums, refusing to be drowned out. And their team backed that energy up on the pitch. Dostenbek Kamdamov found Eldor Shomurodov, who fired a low effort from the right side of the box. Camilo Vargas got down to save it, but couldn't hold on. And there, lurking at the right moment, was Abusbek Fayzulayev, who nailed the rebound from close range. Just like that, the World Cup debutants had a goal of their own. A goal earned through pure persistence, pure belief, and exactly the kind of moment underdog stories are made of. Let's pull out the headlines from this performance because there's a lot to unpack here. Number 1. Luis Diaz is exactly the kind of player who turns a good Colombia team into a dangerous one. A goal involvement on both ends, the post he rattled, the energy he brought every single time he touched the ball. This is a man playing like he's been waiting 4 long years for this moment. Because he has. Number 2, Daniel Munoz and Jaminton Campaz stepping up to score alongside Diaz tells you something important. This Colombia team isn't a one-man show. The goals are coming from different areas of the pitch, and that depth could be exactly what carries them deep into this tournament. Number 3, do not underestimate Uzbekistan. Fabio Cannavaro has built a side with real discipline and real character. They were patient, they absorbed pressure for long spells, and when their moment came, they took it. First World Cup appearance, and they still found a way onto the score sheet against Copa America runners-up. That's not nothing. Take a step back for a second and think about what this night actually meant. Colombia missed the last World Cup. An entire nation watched from home, wondering when their golden generation and the next one would get another shot on this stage. 4 years of waiting, 4 years of hoping. And now, under the lights of the historic Azteca, with 80,000 people roaring, they're finally back. And it's Luis Diaz, a player who carries the hopes of Colombian football on his shoulders, delivering in the biggest moment, on the biggest stage, exactly when his country needed him to. But spare a thought for Uzbekistan too, a nation at their very first World Cup, refusing to be intimidated by the occasion, the crowd, or the opponent in front of them. They came, they fought, and they scored a goal that their entire country will remember forever. Sometimes the beauty of football isn't just in winning, it's in showing up and refusing to be a footnote. That's the magic of a World Cup. 2 completely different stories colliding in the same 90 minutes. So there it is. Colombia get their World Cup 2026 campaign up and running with a 3-1 win. Luis Diaz announces himself on the world stage once again, and Uzbekistan show they belong here, even in defeat. Group K is wide open. The tournament is heating up fast, and this is exactly the kind of drama we're here for. If this video got you even half as hyped as that Azteca crowd, smash that like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel grow. Subscribe and turn on notifications because we are covering every twist, every goal, and every storyline of World Cup 2026 match by match. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Was Luis Diaz your man of the match? Do you think Colombia can go all the way this time? Let's talk about it down there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Share.